Hello, everybody. This is kind of like um, a merged subscribe live chat because I wanted to do one of these for my 1,000 subscribers, but I actually didn't because I've grown so quickly in the past week or so. I've just had no chance to kind of find time to do a stream, but I have time now, and yeah, so lay all your questions on me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have, prog related, vinyl related, whatever, even personal questions. You know, anything you want to ask, just lay it on me. Good day. Good day. Well, good evening, I'll say. Hello, everyone. Holy crap, Neve. Lol, congratulations. Thank you very much. Congrats on the 5K. Thank you very, very much. Greetings from Ireland. I'm 3/4 Irish. My mum's from the Republic. Do you like the band UK? I've actually been meaning to listen to them. I think one of their albums is on my list. Hello, congrats. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the congratulations, guys. I really mean it. Did you say in one of your vids that you play bass? I do. I'm in a band. I stumbled across your channel last week. You just celebrated 500. I know, it's grown so quickly that I've nothing but thanks to say to you guys. You got to listen to the Horse Lips. I do like the Horse Lips. We have one of their albums downstairs. What do you think of people stopping other people in band shirts to ask them to name songs? I think it's a bit silly, really. I mean, you can kind of tell when someone listens to a band or not just by the way they look, I guess. That sounds very kind of stereotypical, but I don't think. I mean, if someone came up to me and I was wearing, because I'm wearing a Rush shirt right now, someone came up to me and said, "Oh, name 3 Rush songs that aren't this," I would get annoyed, you know. It would be annoying. How long have you played bass? I played bass for about a year and a bit, but guitar I've played for a lot longer before I went on to bass. Opinions on Ronnie Dio. I love Dio. I love his voice. Is it a Ricky? I wish. I wish I had the money to have a Rickenbacker. It's my dream. Bass guitar. Oh, one of my cousins actually has one. I'm so jealous. Genesis seconds out your opinions. I love that live album. I think that it's on my want list at the moment. Well, on the 5,000, Neve. I'm of Irish background too. Do you own any Rory Gallagher? Yes, we do. We do have some. Are you into new prog bands? I guess you could say that I'm. Well, depends on your definition by new, because new prog bands I consider from like the 90s onwards. So things like Dream Theater and Tool and Opeth and stuff. I'm into all that kind of stuff. And Porcupine Tree. But all the modern stuff, I'm kind of more on the metal side. Do you like Frank Zappa? I love Frank Zappa. Love the Jimmy pick in the background. Yeah, I got that from a magazine. First prog gig, Dream Theater. That was actually the last concert I went to before the lockdown. But I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to see Yes in May. That's what I'm very, very, very much looking forward to. Do you have any Steve Hackett in your collection? I do. Actually, talking of Steve Hackett, he actually retweeted one of my tweets this morning. That was really cool. Have you listened to any Syd Barrett solo albums? I have, yeah. Van der Graaf Generator. I do love him. Are you into jazz-influenced rock like Steely Dan and Chicago? I know my dad loves both of those bands. What's your opinion on Porcupine Tree? I do love Porcupine Tree a lot. I've really enjoyed your videos. Thank you. Do you play prog in your band? Well, we don't really have a set genre. We kind of just jam out whatever. It's just a camera. Yeah, the shelves are very, very bent. You know, I know that. Hopefully gonna kind of. I'm in the process of trying to put some of my albums into these record boxes here. This is the lid, but I've put all my Pink Floyd stuff in here because the shelves are bending too much. I've got to get more of those boxes. What's up? Not much. I'm pretty tired. Let's scroll up over there. Do you like Youngblood? I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't like Youngblood at all. Was there a trigger that started your enthusiasm for prog? Rush, I guess. You know, listening to 2112 made me really, really more into prog. You know, and Yes as well. What's your opinion on Steven Wilson's solo albums? I do love them. If I want to get into metal, what 3 albums would you recommend for someone who's never really listened to it? I'd say definitely Master of Puppets or Ride the Lightning by Metallica, Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, and Master of Reality or Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Those 3 are ones that got me more into metal. Definitely the Metallica ones. I mean, you've probably all heard of Metallica. Do you like the band Ween? I know one of their songs. You're a big Oldfield fan. I am. Have you checked out Tubular Bells 2 and 3? I have, yeah. I do love both those records. I think I prefer Tubular Bells 2, but obviously the original is, you know, at the top of the podium. Nice Love Beach vinyl. Who got you that? I wonder who. Yes. I finally got my Love Beach album. And I decided to put it here in the background for everyone to gaze upon. I mean, I put it in there mainly for the thumbnail, but I'm gonna leave it there because I think it looks nice there. Do you like Opeth? I do. I actually recently got into Opeth via the comments on a lot of my videos. People ask me to listen to them, and I really reminded me of the music I used to listen to a couple of years ago. I'd say more like 3 or 4 years ago when I was really into that kind of metal, and both me and my dad actually really love it. Thoughts on Electric Light Orchestra? I like Yellow a lot. Who chose your Irish name? My mum. My mum's born and raised in Kilkenny in the Republic of Ireland. I'm going to see Opeth in October. That's awesome. I feel like they'd be really good in concert. Up the cats. I used to have a Kilkenny shirt, a hurling shirt, I think it was. But it doesn't fit me anymore. I just discovered your channel, awesome content. Thank you very much. I hope COVID is gone in October. Well, by the looks of it, of last year, over here, especially in the UK, it seemed that from like end of June up until about mid-September was when COVID was kind of it was still there, but it wasn't as bad as it is right now, because right now in the UK, we've surpassed 100,000 deaths alone in this country. We're the highest death rate in the UK in the world now, which is good going, Boris. Good going. Do you like the band Transatlantic? They have a new album coming soon. I've heard of them, and I know they have a new album coming out. My mum's Kilkenny Porn too. That's awesome. We go there usually every year, but because of COVID, we've not been able to. Go see Carl Palmer's ELP Legacy if you get a chance. I'd love to. I'd love to go see that. Do you like the Who, Tommy? I do. I love that album. Okay, which do you prefer, 90125 or Tomato? Only ever listened to Tomato, so I can't actually compare both of them, but I think it's alright. Snow close to the edge, but COVID is out of control here, but they got Brexit done. Yep, that's it, you know. It means that our company has to start paying not taxes. Start paying the customs fee to send stuff in Europe now, which wasn't a thing before, but now every time we go to the post office to send something to, let's say, Germany or Italy or somewhere like that, we have to fill out a customs form, which is what the US does when we want to get stuff from there. You need to listen to the album Amarok. I've listened to it. It's very good. Do you not like the band Kansas? I only know one of their songs. Have you ever listened to Focus? Yeah, I've got 2 of their albums in my collection. What instrument does your father play? He used to play bass guitar in a band in the 70s. What do you think about Radiohead? I grew up with Radiohead. I love them. I make fun of them a lot, but that's because I love them. Will you do an episode on Suppers Ready? That was actually a very interesting idea. Thank you for that idea. I might actually use that. Starless is pure art. I agree. Do you like Mastodon and Gojira? I know people who do, and I've just never listened to them. What countries have you visited? I have been, obviously, in the UK. I've been to Ireland. I've been to Spain, Germany. I've been to the US several times. I went when I was very young. I went to Orlando, to Disneyland. Then I went to Las Vegas when I was 13, so there wasn't much for me to do as a 13-year-old in Las Vegas. And then a couple of years ago, I went to New York, and that's when we really did a lot of vinyl hoarding. We went around New York, or parts of it, to loads of different record stores. I think we actually visited some of them twice because they were really good. I love them. Have you heard of Nick Mason's Source for the Secret? I have, yeah. Love Beach. Love Beach. Favorite Zeppelin song? I can pick a favorite Zeppelin album. I'd probably say Led Zeppelin 3 or Led Zeppelin 2. Well, you've been around a lot for your age. I mean, sadly not at the moment. I think my parents were planning on a trip to the US last year, but we, obviously the US kind of blocked out the whole of Europe from coming in, so we weren't able to go over. But we were going to go to Arizona. Favorite Blade album? Go away, Will. Go away. You're not wanted here. Asherah Temple. My dad loves Asherah Temple. Supper's Ready or Close to the Edge? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good but very hard question. I'd probably say Supper's Ready. I just love that. I love the charisma. Do you hear Porcupine Tree? I love both of them. Have we discussed Nectar yet? I haven't, no. How about a Canterbury scene themed video? Right, you know what? I'm going to write down all these ideas because they are all very good. I'm going to put them in my notes section now. So let me find that again. Not acne. Done. Right, there we go. Do you watch Mike the Music Snob? I do. I do. That was one of the first channels that I like. Is there a prog album you don't like? There's probably one out there. I just probably haven't listened to enough. Favorite 80s Genesis album? I'm not a big fan of 80s Genesis. I do like some of the stuff. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of prog kind of went down in the 80s. Which musician would you meet and chat to if you could? Probably either Carl Palmer or Rick Wakeman. I think both of them I'd really want to have a chat with. And if I could, I would. Or probably any of the members of Rush. I think they seem like good guys. What about Marillion? I haven't seen any so far in your videos. In my collection video, I mentioned Marillion, and also my favorite prog album covers. I've got a Marillion album in there. I do like them a lot. Moody Blues, love the Moody Blues. Do you like Elton John? I do. I do like Elton John. Gong Rolls Gong. That is a band that I need to listen to, because I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about it. Funkadelic. Have you heard of them? Yes, I have. I do love them. Do you like Spock's beard? A lot of people. That's another group that a lot of people have been mentioning, but I'm gonna give him a listen at some point. I'm gonna dedicate a day, I reckon, to listening to stuff that you guys have recommended. Maybe Rick Wakeman is watching this. If Rick Wakeman is watching this, hello, Rick. I hate Mike, the music snob. He's rude to other people's taste. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like the Grateful Dead. That kind of bothers me. What is your favorite Dream Theater albums? I do love Black Clouds and Silver Linings, Images and Words, Octavarium. What albums would you recommend for people getting into prog? I'd probably say the first ELP record. I'd say maybe the Yes album and Nursery Crime by Genesis. How old are you? I'm 19 and I turned 19 4 days ago. Do you like Quicksilver Messenger Service? I do, yeah. Hi Neve, great Omadon review yesterday. Did you know Michael Field did a follow-up called Return to Omadon? I do. I've heard of that. Who would win in a fight, Steve Howe or Phil Collins? Well, from what I can see, Phil Collins is quite short, so I don't know, but he's quite bulky. So, and Steve Howe these days is quite a slim gentleman. So I'm gonna place my bets on Phil Collins. I'm 18. Every time someone my age that likes prog, I get excited. Me too. There's not many of us. Rick Wakeman gave the greatest Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech ever. Yeah, I've seen that. It's good. More Colosseum. What do you think of Savatage? I know one of their songs. It was like one of the first songs I listened to when I downloaded Spotify. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a frail man. Do you like Alan? Oh, thanks for the donation. I didn't know that people could do that. Do you like Alan Parsons' Project? I do. I do love Alan Parsons' Project. I'd say Turn of a Friendly Card is my favorite record, which is Genesis' best prog album. Best prog epic. Supper's Ready. Yeah. Also, probably, I mean, Fountain of Sound is very good. Phil Collins is in bad shape. Yeah, that is a good point. He is going deaf and he uses a stick to walk. We have 214 people here in 20 minutes. So, hello everybody who's just joining. Hi Progon. Hello. Pink Floyd, greatest band ever. I love Pink Floyd. I have a whole case of Pink Floyd albums down here. Will, did you seriously donate a $5 just to stay up in Idaho? Thank you. Yeah, I don't like that song very much. I mean, I used to find it funny, but now you guys keep overplaying it to the point where it annoys me a little bit now. Favorite classical composer? That is a very good question, and I hate to say this because a lot of you are going to get very angry at me. I haven't listened to enough classical music to have an opinion, but the best person to ask is my dad, who loves classical music. Besides prog, what other genres do you listen to? I love classic rock, if that counts as a genre, like hard rock, I guess. Metal, jazz, blues. I like a lot of things. I'm open to anything electronic. I just can't really stand like nowadays music, if that makes sense. Like that sounds very, very kind of closed-minded of me, but it's just like radio stuff that I don't like. You know, stuff that's popular on TikTok and stuff like that. I just don't like. Favorite live albums? I'd say Exit Stage Left by Rush is one of my favorite ones. I've got a Genesis live record up there. Oh, that's one out. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. That's a good one. ELP. Any chances of a collab video with Kira? Was it? I'd love to do a collab video with her. I love her videos. Any favorite movie soundtracks? I mean, if it sounds basic, I don't really mind, but I love the Trainspotting soundtrack. I love the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. I like the Inception soundtrack too. Sid Barrett. I do love Sid Barrett. Thoughts on Can? I love Can. Soul Rush 3 times in 1 week. 3 times in 1 week. Wow. Your dad is awesome. He is a pretty awesome person. Do you like the Moody Blues? I love the Moody Blues. Atomic Rooster. I love Atomic Rooster too. Listen to... He makes amazing temper. I will check that out. Do you like the Mars Volta? I do. Do you play any instrument? I play guitar, piano, bass, and if it counts, I sing. Do you like Caravan? I love Caravan, yeah. I've got one of their records up there, actually. What about Colosseum? I've listened to one Colosseum record. How about T-Rex? I used to love T-Rex like a lot. Like I was a massive into T-Rex, but I still love them, just not listened to them in a while. Might revisit that. Do you have a Rate Your Music account? I don't have a Rate Your Music account, but I do have an Instagram that I put, and a Twitter that I kind of run about my music taste. Would you rather have a Mellotron or a Hammond B3? A Hammond B3, definitely. Do you like anime? Oh god. No. Back when I was in year 8, if you were in the UK, when you're in year 8, you're about 13, 14 years old, I was absolutely obsessed with anime. Do you have an opinion on Anthony Fantano? I think I know who that is. Iron Maiden rules. What about what you said the other day about Iron Maiden? I mean, Iron Maiden are one of my favorite bands. Do you read Record Collector magazine? I do, actually. I occasionally do, but I have one here. I have an issue that I got off eBay because you guys know I love my ELP, and I found a Record Collector thing on ELP, which I find interesting because they talk about, the fact I've kind of read over the article, and the page before they were talking about One Direction, and then you flip the page and then it was talking about ELP. It's like, what? Incredible. Do you like Johnny Cash? I do. I think it's that Johnny Cash and the Eagles, if you can consider them a bit country, are the only kind of country things that I would listen to. Are you a big fan of Deep Purple? I love Deep Purple, yes. What are your thoughts on Keith Emerson's last day? I can't find any information. From what I read, I think he got like an injury or something that meant he couldn't play anymore, or emotionally drained. Meant, you know, a lot of depression leading to suicide, unfortunately. What is a good first ELP record to listen to? Say the first record or trilogy. Because I'd say once you kind of get into those kind of things, then go on to things like Tarkus. 5K 1 month, how'd you do that? Wish I could tell you. Do you like death metal? Used to. Not really listened to much in a long time. What kind of jazz do you listen to? Things like Miles Davis, I love. Marillion Fish or Steve Hogarth? Fish, definitely. I was lucky enough to meet Carl Palmer at uni, managed to get a photo and a signing of brain salad surgery. Also recommend. A lot of you are recommending Aphrodite Child. That's awesome. So what's he like as a person? Thanks for the donations, everyone. Civil Ian here in chat is 13 years old and thinks you're awesome. He's a prog lover beyond his years, such as yourself. Congratulations from California, reaching 5K. Hello, thank you very much for the donation, guys. Looking forward to where you'll take us in the future. Well, hopefully there'll be more reviews. More. So you guys saw my ELP video of my collection, and my ELP collection, and I'm gonna do one for a different band tomorrow. That's my video for tomorrow, and I apologize for no video today. It's just that I wasn't able to film. I didn't really have much content to film, so I just decided I was going to, but I just didn't get around to it. And I thought, well, I'll just do a stream instead as like a video, because it kind of is a video in its own way. Hello from Canada. Hello from London, England. Hey, what have you heard from The Cure? Not much, unfortunately. I'm more of a Smiths fan, but I do like some of their songs. They'll be the popular ones. Maybe you could do a video about Thick as a Brick. Maybe I will do a video about Thick as a Brick and Jethro Tull as a whole. Would you ever do reactions? I'd love to do reactions, I think, but the only problem with doing things like that is risk of copyright strike. You know, I don't want to be reacting to a song and then uploading it, and then all of a sudden it just gets taken down. Invest in some lights. I know this. I don't have much money. You know, I like to use what I've got. You know, I don't really care about lighting that much, as long as what's coming out of my mouth matters. Do you like Joy Division? I love Joy Division. Favorite track of the Division Bell? High Hopes, probably. Don't do reactions, please. Okay, I won't. I'll consider it. I'm not really a reactions person. I don't really kind of give off big reactions to things anyway. I'm more of I listen and then I talk rather than reacting, because have you listened to any Rick Wakeman solo albums? I have, yeah. High Hopes, yeah. I love the live version on Pulse of High Hopes. That's very good. Have you heard of the songs Epitaphs? I've heard of all of those songs by King Crimson. You underestimate my love of King Crimson. I got those 2 box sets as well, full of King Crimson records that I've been listening through. A friend of mine used to sell shoes to Freddie Mercury in Notting Hill in the early 70s, who told him he was thinking of forming a band. That's awesome. That's really cool. What are your thoughts on people calling ELP pretentious? Well, if you're going to be in a prog band, you know, you're going to have people calling you pretentious because you're doing a different kind of music, and, you know, it's a very kind of, it's a it's a very good art form, prog, but a lot of people just misunderstand it. So I think that that's probably why all these kind of neo-classical bands or whatever, that people are like, what the hell were you doing? Favorite track by the Beatles? Oh, there's too many good ones. I love The Fool on the Hill off Magical Mystery Tour. It's one of my favorites. Thoughts on the Alan Parsons Project? I love the Alan Parsons Project. Do you follow Toya and Robert's Sunday Lunch? I do, yeah. I find them really funny. Blur or Oasis? Do you like Gorillaz? I prefer Blur to Oasis all the way. And do I like Gorillaz? They're alright, I guess. I'm not really like listen to them. Sorry, I just can't find off track there. Have you heard any Italian prog? Yeah, I have. PFM. I like. David Coverdale used to sell shoes. That's cool. Who's your biggest musical influence? Good question. I'd probably say, bands like ELP, Genesis, Rush, but also things like Black Sabbath, Metallica, Iron Maiden, King Crimson as well. Yes. I'm heavily influenced by that. I do love my bass guitarists, and I do love my Love Beach. You a fan of Radiohead? I grew up on Radiohead. Do you like The Clash? I do, yeah. My favorite albums of The Clash would probably be London Calling. That's might be a popular choice, but I do love that record. What was the first record that I bought? Okay, everyone. Before I answer this question, I want to brace yourselves. I don't want to be laughed at. A Bring Me the Horizon album. Yes, that was the first album I ever bought. And to this day, I don't even think it's a bad album. How long have you been dating your boyfriend? A year and a half now. Favorite song to play on bass? I like playing Starless by King Crimson. That's a good one to play. I also learned the intro guitar bit for that. Oh, it's raining outside. Typical British weather. No mention of Camel. Or Focus. Both those bands I do love. I've got some of their records in my collection. Do you play bass with a pick? I play both. Sometimes I play fingers, sometimes I play with a pick. I think that people shouldn't be shamed for playing bass with a pick, personally. I think that's just stupid. People play how they want to play. Do you like Pink Floyd? I love Pink Floyd. Got my Pink Floyd poster over here. And I've got a whole case of Pink Floyd records. Just discovered your channel. Stay in your dad. Mentioned Fish. Have you heard of Ween? A lot of you guys have asked if I've heard of Ween. I have heard of Ween. I just haven't really listened to any of their stuff. Chris Squire played with... Exactly, he did play with a pick, and I think people should not be judged. You play with a pick? Davey504 is gonna call the police, you know that. I don't really care. I will play with whatever I want to play with. Favorite guitar model? Gibson SG, because Tony Iommi is my favorite guitarist of all time. Fragile or Close to the Edge? Close to the Edge is my favorite. Who is your favorite prog bass player? Either Geddy Lee or Chris Squire. Do you know music theory? A bit. I do know a bit. I did piano lessons for a very, very long time. And when I got into metal, I stopped playing piano because I thought playing the piano was not cool. And then I started listening to prog. Do you not like Oasis? I don't hate Oasis, just not my favorite. They frequently improv. Thoughts on Love Forever Changes? I've not listened to it. I know my dad likes it. Do you like the Doors? I love the Doors. Wow, 228 people. Wow. Okay. Hello, every single person watching this live stream. Good to see you all. It's good to chat. Good stuff, old man. Off to bed. See you next week. See you next week. Love Beach. Yes, we have got Love Beach in the house now. Let's give that a little show. Come on. Stay still. Do you have a sister or brother? I'm an only child. Always wanted a sibling though. What do you think of Camel? I like Camel. Are you a deadhead? Yeah, I guess you could say. Do you have anything by Cherry Red Records? I don't. I'm very sorry about that. Love Beach is a very underrated album. Good to see someone appreciating it. We appreciate Love Beach in this room. My family don't care, especially my dad does not like it. Love Beach is a good record. People got mad because I agree with that. Although I love this album. The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, you know what? I don't mind. I think it's good. Sorry, but ELP should be spanked for Love Beach. I was gonna say, if you want to leave your Love Beach slander in the live chat, I will laugh my head off again. Those are some great comments, and I think it was definitely a great video to make in general, just to reread a lot of the comments from my stream. But if you have any Love Beach hate comments, leave them in the comments, like in the chat thing. I will wee myself laughing. Favorite Jethro Tull album? I think is a Break Aqualung. Do you like The Nice? Not listen to them. I should. That is one I should. Disappointed I didn't get Love Beach for my birthday. I got Love Beach for my birthday. Isn't that great? Last great Genesis album. I think Wind and Wuthering was definitely the last great one in my opinion. Love Beach cover was to appeal to the ladies. They did it. I like Renaissance, yeah. Do you like ABACAB by Genesis? I've not listened to it, no. I can't say that I have. One word, Amarok. I know the album and have listened to it. What do you think of punk? I do like punk. I love the Misfits. They're my favorite punk band. Oh, I'm tired. Any controversial opinions on any classic bands? I don't really have any controversial. I mean, I've got some pretty normal opinions. Um, it would probably be like something's overrated or something, I don't know. But I can't. I can't say I have got. It's pronounced Abacab. I'm sorry. Wishbone Ash, which albums do you own? We own Argus, which is a very great record. Top 3 Rush albums. 2112, Hemispheres, and... Good question. I'm going to take a look through my collection, bear with me. I'll probably say Farewell to King or Permanent Waves. Although I do like Exit Stage Left. And Fly By Night. That's so many great albums. Hemisphere is such a great album. Have you met any of your favorite musicals? I haven't. I've not met any of my heroes. Just odd though, because I live in the UK and we're a small country, but England's quite a small country, and well, you know, I wish I could just see random prog musicians walking around, but they all probably live in the countryside, away from all of this, or either that or they live in the States somewhere. But I would love to talk to some of my favorite musicians. I'd love to do that, although I would get very petrified because I'd think, what do I ask? What do I say? What do I say to my favorite person? One of my favorite people. Your boyfriend's a lucky chap. Well, if Yoan's still here right now, Yoan, who is my boyfriend, I'm actually kind of curious if he's still here. Are the record shops open in the UK? Unfortunately, they're not. No, we're on a full lockdown, so no record shops. Sadly, I do all my record shopping on Discogs. I saw Robert Plant and John Lewis. What? I saw Robert Plant live actually at Bath Blues Festival, I think it was called. You should interview Rick Wakeman for the channel. If someone could get Rick Wakeman to come onto the channel, I would love that. I'd love to interview him and talk to him about his music. I'd love that. About Love Beach, I saw 2 guys blowjobbing. Can I say that on YouTube? That is the gayest thing I've observed until I listened to Love Beach. I really wish you had left that. You had commented that for my Love Beach video. That would have been a great one to put in. Rick Wakeman is he really does come across like a really lovely guy. Can I just email? If I could email people and I knew their emails, I would probably have gotten in contact. I've subscribed to Rick's YouTube channel, yeah. I think Steven Wilson's new album is gonna... Yeah, I've heard some of the like snippets of his stuff, and it's alright. You know, I'm always gonna... I'd probably give it a listen anyway. Do you wear a cape? I don't wear a cape. However, talking of Rick Wakeman, because my birthday was a couple of days ago, I was planning a themed birthday party, like where all my friends come dressed as their favorite musician, and obviously that was cancelled. I wasn't able to have all my friends over because of the lockdown in the UK. But I was gonna buy myself a long blonde wig and a sparkly cape, and I was gonna go as Rick Wakeman. That was gonna be my costume. And I really, really wish that I was able to. I wish I had a summer birthday now. Rick Wakeman or Patrick Moraz? Wakeman. Steve Howe aged badly, let's be honest. I'm gonna have to say it. I have to agree with you. I've had the good fortune to establish correspondence with most of my heroes. You are so lucky. I would really, really love to, you know, be able to interview people like Carl Palmer or Rick Wakeman. That would be something really cool to do. And my dad would love that too. I reckon he'd be, crying inside, thinking, "Oh my God, these have been my heroes for so long." And now my daughter is being able to interview them. What do you like the most about Prog? The imagination, I guess. The whole art form itself. I love long music, long atmospheres of music, long, jamming, instrumental breaks. I love that. I would go as Janis Joplin if I was invited. I think Johan was going to go as Cliff Burton. That would have been good. Rick Wakeman or Keith Emerson. You really put me on the spot here. Probably Keith Emerson. I enjoy more of his work. Palmer meets fans after his shows. Well, unfortunately, being in a lovely lockdown, there is no concerts. I met Robert Plant at Deborah Bonham's 21st birthday. You guys are so lucky, especially all you older people out there. You're all getting to meet these people. That's so cool. I really want to meet my heroes. But then they always say, "Don't meet your heroes." But I want to meet my heroes. I just want to talk to them, A happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. That's my leg, by the way. Don't cut your hair. I'm really not planning on cutting my hair. I'm planning on re-dyeing my hair because it was green before. Have you watched the Prog Rock Britannia BBC documentary? I have. Me and my dad watched that together. Opinions on Greta Van Fleet? I saw them live, actually, and now that I think about it, they just sound too much like Led Zeppelin. Like, they're doing something. I get that they're kind of bringing back a kind of retro, old style of music, but they're doing something that's already been done before, so I'm not sure. I think they've got very good musicians, but I just really wish they would kind of invent their own sound. I met Geddy Lee and got his book signed. That's awesome. Well, okay, right. So all of you who've met these prog musicians or musicians in general, leave it in the comments. I want to read all your experiences. I think that's a good video to do. Although I've not met any of mine, so I can't really say. Nice guy. He does come across like a nice person. I was a humper lower than a roadie on an early Marillion tour. That's awesome. Fish is grumpy. On a not very clouded beach, I met Eric Clapton. That's awesome. I dress as Ian Anderson. That's a good one. Would you be up to reviewing our new releases if we send you them? We represent a lot of the solo Yes catalogs. Yeah, I'd be up for reviewing stuff like that. For its solace, I think it would benefit all. Please explain. Hi from Texas. Hello from London, UK. Is there any video games that I like? I love Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. I love Mario Kart, I guess. I love Skyrim. Skyrim is very much a place in my heart because my friend introduced the game to me. Most of my heroes are cool. A couple disappointed in brackets. Chris Squire. Please explain that. I mean, I think. I forgot what I was going to say. Favorite guitar player, Tony Iommi. Definitely my favorite of all time. How do people react? How do people react when you tell them you listen to prog? They usually say why, or what is that, or stuff like that. Do you have a cat? I have two Burmese cats. I met and kissed Kate Bush at HMV signing in 1980. That's awesome. Neve, please interview John Anderson. He seems to be a nice bloke. If someone could get in if I could try and get in contact with John Anderson, I'd love to interview him. What kind of bass do you have? It's not like a really well-known brand, but it does work for me. Should I get it out? Met Tom York in a pub. That's awesome. My parents saw Radiohead in the mid-90s, and there was only like less than 1,000 people there, and now Radiohead is selling out stadiums and festivals everywhere. Tony Iommi spent 2 weeks as a member of Jethro Tull. Yeah, I read that in his book, actually. Met Cliff Burton on the Ride the Light. That is a real flex there. You can really show off that one. That's really cool that you met Cliff Burton. My partner's dad worked with Peter Green bricklaying. He stank of booze. Ran into Robert Fripp on the way to the theatre to see John Paul Jones / King Crimson. That's cool. My mum met Brian May at book signing. He was so down to earth. I feel like, yeah, Brian May seems like he'd be a really cool guy. Thoughts and Tales from Topographic Oceans? I love it. Have you listened to Tame Impala? Yes, I have. I've listened to a lot of Tame Impala. Cough, cough. Yeah, on. Went to see Greta Van Fleet. Awesome shows. I went to see Greta Van Fleet in 2018. I thought they were good. Yeah, they were good. I just wish that they had a bit more of their own style. Hello, brother. Hello. Are you familiar with Neil Morse? I am familiar. Hi, greetings from California. What album would you suggest someone interested in listening to ELP? Probably their first record or trilogy. I think I mentioned this before. Do you like the Red Hot Chili Peppers? I do. I do love them. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I met Brian May at the stage door of the Edinburgh Festival Theatre when he was there with Kerry Ellis. He couldn't have been nicer. Thoughts on the Emerson, Lake and Palmer era? I do love Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Favorite Genesis album? Probably Nursery Crime or Selling England by the Pound. I saw someone say cat, so I look at it. Selling England by the Pound. Do your cats like prog, or do they leave the room? They sit and they enjoy. Some cool emojis that you're sending. Favorite Rush epic? Good question. I mean, I love the 2112. It's the track. I think that's definitely a very good epic. With time will come better lighting, people. Don't be complaining about that. I mean, it's fair enough to complain about it. It is very shitty, but my webcam is also very shitty as well. Bear with. This is not about, I guess, the appearance. It's about me spitting some prog stuff. Cats invented prog. The cats have good taste. My cat loves Sam. John Anderson, please give an interview to Neve. She's more intelligent. Go tell him that. Go tell him to check out the channel. How long have you been into prog? I'd say about 2 years with breaks. You know, there was a point where I was really into it, and then I kind of it phased out a bit. Now I'm really into it again, so I decided to just make a channel. Emerson, Lake and Powell. I do love Emerson, Lake and the Emerson, Lake and Powell era. I think that's good. Thoughts on Oasis? Prefer Blur. John Anderson was on Rick Beato's channel about a month ago. That's really I haven't seen that video. But I think that'd be great to interview him, actually. One of my favorite singers of all time. Do you release any of your own music? I do not. Not yet, anyway. You mentioned Tony Iommi. Thoughts on Richie Blackmore? I think he's a great guitarist, Richie Blackmore. I love Rainbow and I love Deep Purple. You can do it. Well, send him my channel, or I can try and get in touch with him, although, you know, that might be quite hard. Anderson, Wakeman, Bruford Howe, 1989. Have you heard? I have, yep. Imagine if I got to interview Yes. Oh my god. But members from Yes. I'd be sitting there in awe. I'd forget everything that I ever knew about prog in the first place, and just like, what? These people are actually in front of me. Liquid Tension Experiment have a new album. Know about them? I do. Do you like Gary Moore? I do, yep. I wish Greg Lake recorded more records with King Crimson. Perhaps. Do you have any Marillion albums? Yep. I have Script for Justice Tear. Genesis upcoming tour, any thoughts? I wasn't able to get tickets, but I don't think that I was going to be able to anyway. Which did you encounter first, Prog or Pop Genesis? Prog, actually. I didn't know any Genesis songs until I was able to get into prog. Is there any kind of music you hate? Top 40 stuff, I guess. UK top 40 is awful. If you guys listen to the radio over here, it's really quite terrible. ABBA forever. I love ABBA. I think that every music lover's got to love ABBA. Any plans for the future after COVID? Hopefully carrying on my studies. Have you seen This Is Spinal Tap? I love that film. I have a Spinal Tap shirt. Maybe I should wear it in one of my videos. Carl Palmer, if you're watching this, let Neve interview. Carl Palmer, if you are here, please let me interview. Agreed regarding the charts. It really is. I just don't like it at all. It's so manufactured. And maybe I'm going to get hate for that, but I think a lot of people watching my channel are usually prog fans, so maybe you'll agree with me. This is not me being closed-minded. This is me actually listening to the radio occasionally, or being on TikTok and hearing these songs, and I just hate them. Have you seen The Big Lebowski? Yes, I have. You've really got your music heads screwed on straight. Thank you very much. Silly Lobster is great. We have a YouTube channel which you actually can hear me sing on it. So if you want to hear me sing, go and check out the The Silly Lobster YouTube channel. We do a cover of The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. We have a great prog community at Prog Rock Dog channel. We're getting everyone over here to follow your time. Thank you very much. Favorite Roger Dean artwork? Probably the Topographic Oceans one. That one's good. Although I do love the kind of the gatefold sleeve of Close to the Edge. 100 gex, yes or no? A big no. Do you like Electric Eye Orchestra? I do, yeah. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Is music a distraction for your studying? I'm studying music. So I get the best of both worlds. I get to learn and be educated, but also educated about music. It's starting to rain here like cats and dogs. It's raining outside, actually. I can hear it. Does your mum have a similar music taste or different? Very different. My mum doesn't like prog. She doesn't really like jam music. She's a Queen fan, like a massive Queen fan. And she likes a lot of 80s stuff as well. Are you Australian? I'm from the UK. I'm British. Diana Ross is a great singer. Do you like the band Focus? I do. I've got a couple of their albums up there in the collection. Henry Cow or Pink Floyd? Well, I've only heard of Pink Floyd out of those two, so I'm going to have to say Pink Floyd. What's your favourite karaoke songs? Anything by ABBA. Anything by ABBA I will sing along to. You study music as well? Music production? I hopefully one day want to work in a studio environment. I would highly recommend Steve Tranquillity's show on Classic Italian. I watch his channel, I love it. Hi Neve, Love Beach behind you with such prominence. It's the focal point of the show today. Love Beach. I'd say Dream Theater is prog metal. Yeah, I think that Dream Theater is metal. My favorite Pink Floyd, Animals, or Atom Heart Mother. One of the two. I really wish that my camera quality was more clear so that we could have a look at the gloriousness that is Love Beach. What's your favorite vocalist? I love John Anderson. And Greg Lake probably as well. There's so many there. Best track on Works Volume 1. I really loved Hallowed Be Thy Name. I absolutely love that. Right, I need to listen to Love Beach. May I, if any of you are out there who are looking to get into Emerson, Lake and Palmer, do not start with Love Beach. Please, I beg, start with something a lot better. You know, I've been listening to a lot of their stuff and then I listened to Love Beach. If you walk into it with just Love Beach, you will end up probably liking it, depending on what kind of stuff you like. Any love for Kate Bush? I do. I love Kate Bush as well. You like Gentle Giant? Yes, I do. Tarkus. It's a great album. The first ELP album I ever listened to. Got a little story actually behind it. The first time I listened to Tarkus, I was sitting in the library at college, and it was like kind of late afterwards. You know, there wasn't a lot of people, and well, I know my dad had recommended it to me, and so I listened to it, and I didn't think much of it until I re-listened to it. No, until I kind of got halfway into the first track, and I thought this is like one of the best things I've ever heard. I met Steve Hillage on the side of the canal. That's cool. Montgomery is one of my favorite Floyd albums. I agree. Do you like Robin Trower's solo stuff? I can't say that I've listened. I have never listened to it. Do you like Octavarium by Dream Theater? That's probably one of my favorite Dream Theater records. Actually, I love Octavarium. Do you like Jefferson Airplane? Yes, I do. Have a listen to Jethro Tull. I love Jethro Tull. I think I need to mention them more on my channel because a lot of you guys ask if I like a lot of these kind of less mainstream prog bands. I'm not saying that Jethro Tull is less mainstream; they're pretty well known, but I do listen to them. You know, I'd say that if it's something from the 70s, I'd probably listen to it. Radiohead, I do love Radiohead. Grew up on them. Oh. I think that Radiohead actually got some prog aspects to it. I mean, OK Computer was definitely inspired by prog. I think they mentioned that, you know, in interviews. Atomic Rooster. I love Atomic Rooster. Do you like David Gilmour solo albums? I do, yeah. I like some of them, yeah. Do you play an instrument? I play the bass guitar, I play guitar, and I sing and play piano. How about Steve Hackett retweeting you? That I woke up to that actually, and I just had to tell my dad. I ran downstairs. I was like, "Dad, look who retweeted my tweet!" And I was so excited. Also, a Soft Machine Instagram page liked my post earlier, which is cool. Dark Side of the Moon for Prog. Yeah, well, that's a good first prog listen. Although maybe you're in the Court of the Crimson King as well. Do you have Spotify playlists? Yeah, on my Instagram I linked my Spotify in one of my stories. Have you renamed Zilly Lobsters a lot? We should rename ourselves to Love Beach. Hi, what's your name? My name's Neve. Really wish I didn't have such a complex looking name. It bugs me. Are you a musician? I am, yeah. Greetings from Baltimore. My mum's been there. She said it was good. Good fun. Have you listened to Uriah Heep? I only a lot of Uriah Heep comments. I only know one of their songs, but maybe I should listen to them a bit more. Greetings from Greece. Oh, that's another country that I've been to. Been to Greece twice. No, 3 times. Do you like Opeth? Yes, I do. Best Metallica instrumental. I'd say either Orion, or if it counts, I think the track's called. All right, let me check. Hang on. Oh, we're gonna move Love Beach, guys. I'm sorry. It's on Injustice. To Live Is to Die. It's got some spoken word at the end, but it's pretty instrumental. No, Love Beach. balance on my shelf for all the viewers to see you. There we go. Love Beach is back, everyone. Do you like Kiss Alive? I do, yeah. Is your one Uriah song a Uriah Heep song? Yeah, it is Easy Living. Irish names are great. Hard to pronounce. Considering the cover, Love Bitches would have been a better title. Do you like the Beatles? Of course I like the Beatles. The rock band? Yep, I did assume you meant the band, the Beatles. Smashing Pumpkins. I have 2 Smashing Pumpkins records in here. The very hard to find Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness on vinyl. Very hard to find. We found it. And it's one of my prized possessions, along with this gorgeous album. Are you into any 90s underground prog bands? I'm still yet to kind of go into that kind of into those waters. Do you like Nazareth? I don't. I've never heard of them. I'm gonna get a lot of people getting angry about that now. Megadeth. Oh, I love Megadeth. Eve, do you like Kansas? I only know 2 of their songs. What's the biggest prog band in the world excluding Pink Floyd? I'd say probably Yes or Rush. Imagine seeing the Love Beach album cover and thinking, oh, the Bee Gees, and then you go to a live show and Emerson stabbing Alan with a knife. What kind of a Bee Gees concert is this? Do you like Tame Impala? Go away, Will. Leave. Yeah, I think that Tame Impala is alright. Thoughts on Steve Hackett's solo album, first solo album? Probably it. Yeah, well, I like it, yeah. David Bowie, I do like me some Bowie. My other Smashing Pumpkins album is Siamese Dream, I believe it's called. Hey you, Prog on. Prog on. Definitely Rush, Rip Neil. Do you like Boston? I know one of their songs. Saw Rush 1981 for Moving Pictures. That's cool. Hi. Hello. Portnoy or Mangini? Portnoy all the way. Gonna go to bed. Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining. Have you heard the new Tool album? Of course I've heard the new Tool album. They were my #1 band of the year. I do love Fear Inoculum. Michael Giles or Bill Bruford? Bill Bruford. You have a nice channel. I'm happy I found you. Thank you very much. Say hi to your dad. I think. I don't know where. I think he's next door, asleep. Rush Moving Pictures was my first concert. That's awesome. My first concert was Bring Me the Horizon. No, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was my first concert. The Who. Yes, I love The Who. And King Crimson, Greg Lake, or John Wetton. Oh, I love both. I love both eras. Because of incidents, I am listening to Fear Inoculum right now. It's great. I think a lot of people hated on Fear Inoculum a bit too much because I think it was such a great album. I miss John Wetton. So do I. Your favorite Queen song? Probably Spread. Is it Spread Your Wings? That's the name of the song, isn't it? Yeah, that's the name of the song. Have you checked out the Prog Archives website? I have, yeah. Someone actually posted one of my videos there. Brighton Rock, brilliant song. Favorite Deep Purple album / song? My favorite Deep Purple song is Pictures from Home. I think that's the name of the song. It's on Machine Head. Right there for you all to see. Xanadu or La Villa Strangiato? Probably La Villa. My first 3 concerts were Kiss, Kiss, and Kiss. Saw Kiss 3 times in a row. There's a reason I never tie my hair up in videos because it's not a look for me. What is the worst album you've ever heard? Oh my god. I've had a lot of bad albums, but to pick one is different. Gillan, Coverdale, or Dio? If you're talking about Deep Purple, I'm definitely an Ian Gillan fan. You or your dad into Tangerine Dream? My dad loves Tangerine Dream, yeah. Love Beach. Love Beach. I want to go to, loads of record shops just to pick up copies of Love Beach. No, I'll just buy all of them. I remember when I was editing my video for the Love Beach video, someone mentioned that they did like promotional clothes, merchandise, and when I googled that, I laughed for so long. Satin shorts. Do you like Jimi Hendrix? I do. Seen Queen 4 times. My dad saw Queen in 1976 at the famous Hyde Park gig. I saw Queen with my mum, but obviously Queen and Adam Lambert a couple of years ago. Totally different genre, but do you like Stevie Wonder? I do. What if Jimi Hendrix joined ELP? Help? Have you ever been to Vinyl Convention? I've never been to the Netherlands. Trilogy is an underrated ELP album. I could say I agree, yeah. So I'm probably gonna switch off in about 8 minutes at 11 o'clock because I'm very, very tired. But I just want to say thank you all for the support. Thanks for 5,000 subscribers. Here's to another 5,000, and hopefully I'd love to do more of these live streams because they're really fun it's really nice to just interact with you guys for a couple of hours, you know, talk to the people who are supporting the channel like that. That's really, you know, nice to do. And yeah, it's my iconic ticking clock that pisses everyone off whenever they step into my room. But thank you all. I really appreciate the support, as I said, and got a new video coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't think that I'd ever get this far. I know I'm starting to sound like every YouTuber ever, but I started this channel when I watched a video of someone ranting about the vinyl community, and I thought, oh, I'm just gonna make my own video about this, and maybe have like a small kind of in like hobby kind of thing of uploading like once a week or so. And as soon as that video kind of took off, I was like, oh my gosh, like wow, so many things. All my questions got ignored. This thing is moving really quickly. I'm really sorry if I ignored your question. But as I was saying, do you listen to music in bed? I do, yeah. Thank you guys so much. And I have a picture of Frank Zappa on this side of my room, so if you watch my videos, there is a picture in the background. Your cock use it to start Pink Floyd's time. Probably. It is very loud and very annoying. I will agree with you there. ELP Love Beach. But yep, got the Love Beach album. Solomon 1997. It's pretty cool. I like the song Touch and Go too. Keep doing it. But yeah, if you guys want, going back to the whole interviewing musicians thing, if that's something that you guys would want to see, I know it's something that I'd most definitely love to do, to just interview my favorite musicians. I can maybe someone could try and get in contact with any of these any like people like Rick Wakeman or John Anderson, people, or Carl Palmer even. If people are actually able to get in contact with these people, then that would be great. That clock sounds better than Love Beach. Yeah, maybe you're right. That'd be great to do some interviews on the channel, you know. Pick the mind of genius musicians. But yeah. Do you like Black Sabbath? I love it. You need a Prog clock that works at odd time. Yeah, it's not going in the good enough time signature. But yeah. Maybe I'll try and get in contact with some of these musicians on Twitter. What country are you from? I'm from England, the UK. The channel has a uniquely peaceful vibe. Thank you. Cats are prone to... My cats are bitten. Like, I've, like, you know, had a record out, and they've just kind of started biting at the spine. Do you like Iron Maiden? I love Iron Maiden. How many albums do you have? We have, this collection and the one downstairs, we have about 750 now. But tweet people my channel, and maybe one of them will reply back. Not to sound obnoxious, it'll be really fun to do interviews with some musicians. Do you like Queensryche? I've heard of them. I've not had a chance to listen to them yet. Todd Rundgren, I've not heard much Todd Rundgren. I know my dad likes his work. God, no, that's not a look. There we go. Yeah. So thank you all for joining. Thanks for coming. It's been great. And yeah, let's hopefully maybe get an interview. You guys would probably love to see an interview. Yeah. See you all soon. And good night. I'll stay on here for 2 more minutes. Do you play an instrument? Yep, I play bass guitar. It's very cool. You love my music so much. I do love my music. Contact Rick Beato. I mean, a lot of these prog musicians are on Twitter as well, so I'll probably try and figure something out. But I do have Twitter, so possibly people could probably make this happen. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye. Thanks. Oh, by the way, thank you all for the people who donated. That was very cool.